Hello and welcome back to Travel to Greece. In our last episode of the Northern Aegean series, we discussed the stunningly green island of Thasos. Today we move on to one of the most mysterious islands in Greece and the last of the Northern Aegean series, Limnos. Number 8. The Cuisine. Limnos' food is all about local flavors and traditional recipes that make use of what the land and the sea can provide. You'll taste cheeses like kalathaki and melichloro made from fresh sheep and goat milk and honey that's rich with thyme and wildflowers. Pasta called flomari shows up in hearty dishes often alongside slow-cooked meat in tomato sauce. The seafood is fresh and simply prepared. Think grilled fish, lobster with grains, or homemade soups. For sweets, locals love samsades, nut-filled pastries, and lukumia, dusted in sugar. Add in a glass of muscat wine or a shot of tsiporo, and you've got a meal that's roosted in island life, shared around the table, and full of heart. This island shares one of the most traditional cooking in all of Greece. Number 7. Ancient Poliochni. Ancient Poliochni on Limnos is considered to be one of the oldest organized settlements in all of Europe, dating back to around 3000 BC. Built on the island's eastern coast, it was a thriving Aegean city long before the rise of Mycenae or even Troy. Archaeologists uncovered layered ruins that reveal a sophisticated society with paved streets, drainage systems, and even public buildings, evidence of early urban planning. Poliochni has strong trade links, especially with Asia Minor, and its development mirrored that of the Bronze Age boom across the region. The site's colored layers, i.e. blue, green, red, and yellow, mark different phases of habitation, each telling a story of growth, destruction, and renewal. Today, walking through its remains feels like stepping into the blueprint of civilization itself, an amazing open-air wonder. Number 6. Hephistia. Hephistia was once the beating heart of ancient Limnos and is packed with remnants of powerful, well-organized city. Walking around the site today, you can spot ruins of public baths, homes, and even a stone theater that sat unused for centuries until it was restored and reopened in recent years. The city was named after Hephaestus, the Greek god of fire, which makes sense given Limnos' volcanic roots. Archaeologists have found hundreds of ossuaries, containers for bones, with tools placed alongside men and jewelry alongside women, hinting at how deeply rituals and identity mattered here. Hephaestia feels less like a dusty ruin and more like a place that lived and thrived where craftsmanship, performance, and worship shaped daily life under the sun and stars. No wonder they say this island is the island of Hephaestus. Number 5. St. George. St. George Church in Mirina, Limnos is a quiet yet striking landmark that blends history, faith, and island charm. Perched near the harbor, this 11th century Orthodox church has stood through centuries of change, offering locals and visitors a peaceful place to reflect. Its stone walls and modest bell tower overlook the Aegean, and inside you'll find traditional icons and flickering candles that add to the serene atmosphere. The church plays a central role in local religious life, especially during feast days and when the community gathers for celebrations and processions. Whether you're drawn by its spiritual significance or simply want to admire its timeless beauty, St. George is a gentle reminder of Limnos' deep-rooted traditions and enduring grace. It's definitely one of the best places on the island to seek a remarkable view. Number 4. Lake Aliki. Lake Aliki on Limnos is one of those places that completely changes depending on the time of year. In winter, it's full of water and turns into a peaceful lagoon. In summer, it dries up and leaves behind a white crust of salt that sparkles in the sun. It's tucked away near Kondoupoli village and separated from the sea by a long ridge of sand which gives it a kind of secret feel. What really makes it special is the wildlife. Flamingos gather here in big flocks along with other birds that stop over during migration. You'll also find rare plants scattered around the lake, and sometimes even dolphins appear offshore. It's quiet, remote, and feels untouched, like nature doing its thing without any fuss. It's one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen on any Greek island. Number 3. Mirina. Mirina is the lively capital and main port of Limnos, nestled between two scenic bays and crowded by a dramatic Venetian castle perched on a volcanic rock. The town blends old world charms with island ease, neoclassical mansions, Ottoman fountains, and narrow alleys filled with cafes and shops give it a timeless feel. Along the waterfront, you'll find tavernas serving fresh seafood and local wine, perfect for the sunset dinners with views of the Aegean. Mirina is also home to cultural gems like the Archaeological Museum and the Church of Ios Nikolaos previously discussed, and nearby beaches like Riha Nera offer soft sand and calm waters. Whether you're wandering through its historic streets or relaxing by the sea, Mirina feels like a place where tradition and everyday life meet in the most welcoming way. Number 2. The Panaya Kakavotisa. The Panaya Kakavotisa is one of the most breathtaking and unusual chapels in all of Greece, being tucked into a rocky hollow atop Mount Kakavos near Mirina, Limnos. Built in 1416 by monks fleeing Turkish invasion, it's a roofless sanctuary that blends seamlessly into the rugged landscape, offering sweeping views of the island and the sea. The hike to reach it takes about 20 to 25 minutes through dusty trails and scrubby hills, but the reward is a place that feels sacred and timeless. The chapel was once a refuge for hermits, and local tradition holds that the last monk entrusted an icon of the Virgin Mary to a farmer, asking him to return it each year on the bright Tuesday, the Tuesday after Easter. That day is still celebrated with a special service, drawing visitors who come for both the spiritual atmosphere and the raw beauty of the setting. It's a quiet, remote, and deeply moving place. And finally, number 1, the sand dunes. Hidden away in the northern part of Limnos, there's a patch of land that feels like a mini desert. The sand dunes, called Amothines by locals, look like they were scooped out of North Africa and dropped right in the middle of the island. They're not near the sea, which is unusual for sand dunes, and instead sit inland where wind over thousands of years has shaped soft hills that shift and change. In summer, tiny sea lilies poke through the sand, and you might even catch sights of a rabbit darting past you if you visit during the golden hour. The whole scene is a strange but beautiful blend of dry, rolling dunes surrounded by green olive trees and wildflowers. It's a quiet, peaceful, and walking barefoot through the warm sand feels like stepping into another world. This is one of the most remarkable places I've ever seen on any Greek island. I know I've said that multiple times this video. Thank you for watching our video on the top 8 things to see and do on Limnos. I hope you found this video as fascinating as I did. Please make sure to like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.